Like me, over recent weeks, I suspect you'll have become very familiar with the term the R number. The reproduction number is, as we now all know, a way of calculating a disease's ability to replicate itself and spread. And of late, we've become acutely conscious of the personal and societal implications of whether the coronavirus R number is either increasing or decreasing. But translate the concept of an R number into church terms just for a moment and ponder this question. What are the things in relation to the life of our national and indeed local church would you want to see grow exponentially? Or for that matter, what are the things that you would prefer to see diminish? You might have other ideas, but for me, courage, risk and discernment stand out. And I think they're three sides of the same triangle. In many ways, they're thoroughly interdependent. Were I to ascribe an R number to courage, risk and discernment, I would unhesitatingly ascribe a number of greater than 1. In my opinion, the church needs more people courageously dreaming dreams and seeing visions, and increased risk-taking that is matched by selfless discernment. 2 weeks ago, many of us will have listened to the moderator of the General Assembly of the Church of Scotland, the Right Reverend Dr. Martin Fair, talk at Pentecost of the uncharted territory in which, to a greater or lesser extent, the Church of Scotland finds itself at this moment in time. He spoke of the church needing to find its way, needing to navigate a landscape that is now different, following a path ahead that isn't certain and along which we may well be called to leave behind some of the baggage that we've accumulated thus far. It goes without saying, I hope, that courage, risk and discernment are not unfamiliar to those of us trying to live lives faithful to the gospel values. The first disciples were called to courageous action, leaving behind family, friends, livelihood, security, familiarity and certainty. So it does make me wonder what my personal baggage looks like and just what courageous action I am being called to. The courage to give some of my practices a respectful and affirming burial. The courage to let go some of my inherited notions of God or church. The woman who touched the hem of Jesus' garment took a risk. My risk-taking, our risk-taking may well look different, but may well be equally significant. What about risking a redefinition of ecclesiastical success? Or the risk of cutting ties with some of the things in the life of the church which can have an assumed air of permanence? And of course, Jesus made conscious space in his life to think and reflect and pray. In other words, to discern the way ahead, to discern God's will. There should always be an inherent challenge in God's people dreaming dreams and seeing visions. And the challenge is that in every generation, those dreams and visions may well be calling us to different places and inviting us to offer different things, currently unthinkable things, in the name of Christ who makes all things new. So wherever courage, risk, and determination are held in a creative tension, or indeed in peaceful balance, I believe that God's Spirit will continue to move and breathe through our church, unsettling, maybe, enriching, certainly, both our faith and the lives of God's people in Scotland.